Hey, this is Matt once again. What about some videos of the paid requests? It's time for James. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And James wanted me to look into an album of the White Stripes called Get Behind Me, Satan. What is funny is you hear that title and you think it's going to be a lot more of a harder, harsher, thrashing type of album. Quite the contrary. It seems more in a way softer than even some of the other White Stripes albums. There's definitely a lot more piano, acoustic guitar, even what was that? Marimba kind of percussion with these wooden bars. That at first I thought was kind of like a bell type of sound. That was mainly used in The Nurse. The others is more like acoustic guitar, piano, among other stuff. And overall, I didn't mind it. Overall, I did not mind the album. Blue Orchid, decently fast paced, only like 2 minute song. Had a great riff on the guitar. How dare you? How are you anyway? The Nurse, I didn't mind. Again, it was interesting hearing that instrument because I didn't hear that a whole lot in songs. I don't like every once in a while you have this other type of percussion drum kind of just crash in every once in a blue moon. But I did like the chorus, never gonna let you down. My Doorbell, some nice piano work. They use a lot more of the cymbals and fairly heavily, and that got kind of annoying. Like, for a second I thought it was a damn snake in here, but I'm like, what the hell? What is this? That was a bit aggravating. You have songs like Forever for Her, had a little bit of a Beatles flavor to it. Love's only a fraction to what I can give to you. Little Ghost, very acoustic, very much like a southern ditty. Like you'd almost imagine someone playing with a banjo. Little ghost, can you spare me up a little love? Little ghost. I mean, who, Casper? But that a little bit more of a banjo flavor. And yet sounds like the Denial Twist and Red Rain. Although I prefer the Red Rain by Peter Gabriel. Granted, two completely different songs. It's not a remake of that song. I'm just saying, if I want to listen to Red Rain, I'll listen to the Peter Gabriel. Red rain is falling down. Red rain. I would say the two songs I liked the most was As Ugly as I Seem and I'm Lonely but I Ain't That Lonely. They seem more softer. The piano and acoustic seem a bit more in tune. As Ugly as I seemed like the best song. In a weird way, that's one that felt the most like a Beatles song. Like if any song had the most Beatles flavor, that's the one that did. As Ugly as I Seem. And I'm Lonely but I Ain't That Lonely. I really did enjoy the piano work on that. It was mostly piano. Funny enough, there's a song called White Moon. It had this sort of more of a slower, methodical, calmer vibe to it. But it's weird. It's a very lengthy song. At 3 minutes and 45 seconds, it sounded like silverware dropped. I literally had to take off my headphones and go. And I literally checked to see what did the cats do, what dropped. And I couldn't understand it. And then put my headphones on because I couldn't find anything. And I went back a bit just to not miss stuff. And I'm like, it happened again. I'm like, wait a minute. And it's in the song. White Moon, like 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Like if you drop forks, why? It just felt so out of the blue. Maybe it's pertaining to the lyrics, but that still seemed very pointless. To me, that doesn't work for a flavor, for not flavor, but for the beat, for the consistency of the song, at least in my opinion. But yeah, I would say, yeah, I didn't mind the album. It's the fifth album of the White Stripes, came out 2005. Like I said, I'm not good with album reviews. I'm trying my best, but since I've never taken musical class or any kind of musical implementation, I don't know how the specifics to describe these songs is the best way to do it. Other than I liked it, I don't. But yeah, I would say As Ugly as I Seem and I'm Lonely But I Ain't That Lonely were the ones I liked the most. I would say my third favorite is probably the first one, Blue Orchid, because of the riff in it. The worst one, I don't know, Red Rain I could not get into. Man, I just kept thinking of the title. I'm like, I'd rather be listening to Red Rain by Peter Gabriel. Let me make sure that is Peter Gabriel, right? Just want to make sure. Yeah, it is. Okay. Red rain is coming down. Red rain. Remember the live version of that actually being really good too. I forget which one it was now. I had it saved, but it's gone now. But yeah, I remember there's a live version of it that's like, wow, that's really good. Because usually I'm not into live versions of the songs. I don't know if I'll be able to find it again. But anyway. With that said, thanks for watching. Take care. Sorry it's a bit of a shorter video. Oh, shut up. Let me look up at least some bits. I mean, I know it's a pretty short video. To give some info on the album. At least I have something to say. V2 Records released it in 2005. Distinct change from his guitar-heavy 2003 predecessor Elephant. Piano-driven melodies. Experimentation with marimba and the Nurse. And Forever for Her is Over for Me. It played down the punk, rock, and blues influences and replaced electric guitar with piano, mandolin, and acoustic guitar. His riff-conscious lead guitar style is overtaken by a predominantly rhythmic approach. I would say that's why this is my favorite of the White Stripes album so far. I would say this kind of sound, this kind of implementation I prefer. Well, I wouldn't say I prefer, but with these guys I prefer. I mean, my favorite is like AC/DC and that type of rock, but with these guys and the voice work, the songs, the voice of the singer, I think this best accompanies his voice, doesn't drown it out, because he has a good voice, this guy. Was it Jack White? So I think these complement his voice a bit better. You're able to hear his lyrics a bit clearer. Guess the album cover was used in the Gilmore Girls episode I Did a Sidekick Out of You. The album was recorded in around 2 weeks. It was the only album for 10 years of the White Stripes to not be commercially released in a vinyl format. Maybe it is now. Entered the US and UK charts at number 3. Blue Orchid became a radio hit in the US and the band's second UK top 10 hit. It was included in the 1001 albums you must hear before you die. But was removed in the 2007 edition. Interesting. It was removed. Jack White doing lead vocals, guitar, piano, bass, mandolin, marimba, tambourine, songwriting, production, mixing, and Meg White doing drums, percussion, bells, triangle, backing vocals, lead vocals, passive manipulation. And after this, they would do, I guess, one more studio album, Itty Thump, in 2007. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 albums. The White Stripes, the Stigil, White Blood Cells, Elephant, Get Behind Me Satan, and Itty Thump. So there you go. But yeah, I would say the ones I've listened to, I would say this is my favorite so far. At least for me. So, take that for you will. But yeah, thanks once again, James. Take care, everyone. I don't want to just keep repeating myself over and over again and make the video be 20 minutes. But thanks, take care, guys, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.